Toe dance.
That work?
Hi, everybody, would you like to take your seats? Not too far. Okay, Ray's going to take it from here with the Pledge of Allegiance and some current events.
Okay, we're ready to rock and roll. What better way to start off than a flag salute? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to open up tonight with some good news, in a way. We finally got Congress off their duff, and a resolution has been put forth for articles of impeachment. Representative Walter B. Jones, Jr. from North Carolina has introduced the resolution, House Concurrent Resolution 107, declaring that should the President use offensive military force without authorization of an act of Congress, it is the sense of Congress that such an act would be an impeachable high crime and misdemeanor. So we're there. He's already, I don't know how many people know it, how many missiles we've dropped on Libya, hundreds of them. You probably never even heard about it. Unless you have somebody in the military, if you have a close contact, you probably haven't heard about it. And all this is being done without consent of Congress. Tancredo claims that Jones introduced the resolution in response to the comments from Secretary of Defense Liam Panetta, which some of you, I'm sure, are familiar with. This week, Panetta's declaration before the Senate Armed Service Committee that he and Obama look not to Congress for authorization to bomb Syria, but to NATO and the United Nations. Gene's got it. You can't trump the Tea Party folks, which I guess we showed at the Frelinghuysen Arboretum, didn't we? That's right. We kick butt, and we should. We don't have to be proud of it because we're just going to keep on doing it. You do it because you know it's right. Okay, the book. We all know the book's out there. The case for impeachment, and we know why Obama has got to go before America is done for, because he's doing nothing but destroying the country. You can see it. It's everything in the economy, medical system, the schools. The kids are being taught how to feel, not how to think. Reading, writing, and arithmetic doesn't fit in there. They just want you to know, how do you feel 2 + 2? And if anybody doesn't know that that's being employed in the school systems, not in all the schools, because we do have a lot of good teachers out there, you look up Charlotte Iserbyt, and it's on our website, ISERBYT. She wrote the book, Deliberate Dumbing Down of America, and she participated in it until she got so full of it that she decided to turn to the other side completely. She thought it was a good thing at first, but then she's changed her mind. And Ronald Reagan fired her, of all people. So this is what we have to look forward to. The legal basis for U.S. military force, Panetta suggested the NATO coalition or UN resolution. This also means that NATO forces, UN forces, would be on United States soil. So you have somebody knocking at your door in a blue helmet, and these people are more renowned for their rape squads than they are for any of justice and stealing and everything else that goes along with it. That's the full wording of the Congressional Resolution 107 is currently referred to the House Committee on the Judiciary, and it's on WorldNet Daily in case anybody wants to look at it. Expressing the sense of Congress that the use of offensive military force by a president without prior clear authorization of an act of Congress constitutes an impeachable high crime misdemeanor. Article 2, Section 4. Whereas the cornerstone of the Republic is honoring Congress's exclusive power to declare war, under Article 1, Section 8, Clause 2, and that's, we have our pocket constitutions once in a while, we crack them out and take a look, see what's there, because we're hearing it all the time. It's something we have to become familiar with, because there have been many transgressions, and it's our fault because we haven't held them responsible for it. Resolved by the House of Representatives, the Senate concurring that it is the sense of Congress that, except in response to an actual or imminent attack against the territory of the United States, the use of offensive military force by a president without prior and clear authorization of an act of Congress violates Congress's exclusive power to declare war, and that's Article 1, Section 8, Clause 2, and constitutes impeachable high crime and misdemeanor. This is a good step for any congressman. This is going to fire them all up. So now when anybody talks to any of our representatives, it's fair to say a couple of things. First off, you can say an attack on Syria, you read about it, you know the resolution. It's not a bill, it's a resolution. The president gets impeached in Congress. Bill Clinton was impeached. He wasn't tried because the Senate was corrupt and the Senate would not try him. But it's not going to happen again. So this may go through all a while, but especially if every time you talk to your congressman or elected representative, you bring out the fact that this is already in the works. Sheriff Arpaio has done an investigation, and he's found out that the birth certificate, no surprise to anybody, is a forgery, is a fraud apparently, and it has now become, in case you didn't know, it's not stopped, it's now a criminal investigation from Sheriff Arpaio, but it's up to us to contact our congressman and let them know that we want to see this carried forward.
So security.
Right.
Is draft form?
Everything that goes along with the forgery of the birth certificate, which he kind of knew, it's all in there. Everything is in there as far as his 2 social security numbers, his draft card, his record in college. Yeah.
Right, since you brought that up now, just very briefly, April 3rd at the Masonic Lodge in Morristown, Jerome Corsi is going to be giving a presentation on the eligibility issue of Obama. It's going to be very extensive. There's going to be more information than he's used most recently because of what Ray just referenced, Sheriff Arpaio's investigation. So it should be very, very interesting, and he's going to get everybody up to speed on what he wrote. Well, first he wrote "Unfit for Command," which had to do with John Kerry and the Swift boat, the whole Swift boat situation, which really probably changed history in terms of John Kerry not winning the presidency. I mean, that was extremely significant. He co-authored that, and also the abomination and where's the birth certificate, and he's working on a few other books now. So he's going to be there April 3rd at the Masonic Lodge, so just kind of keep an eye out for that, and the more people that can show up, the better.
Is that the one that's being sponsored by John Teddy?
Yes.
He's backing us up on that one.
Right, and Sheriff Rochford, too.
Yeah, and the idea is to get lots of people to that.
The idea is to get lots of Republican politicians to that.
Right.
And what kind of broke the ice was about 3 or 4 weeks ago, Sheriff Rochford and Jerry Corsi arranged for Jerry to do a presentation at the Randolph Republican Club, which some of us attended. And it was very persuasive. I mean, these were mainline Republicans who typically didn't want to go near this issue for 4 years, and everybody was impressed. I mean, by the time he was done, people were like outraged that this is going on and nothing's being done about it. So it's going to continue. So.
Do you know the
Well, there have
time?
been lawsuits.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the time. It's probably going to be 6 or 6:30, but notice will be going out.
There have been multiple lawsuits, it's just the judges kept throwing them out.
Right. Yeah, I mean, for almost 4 years, they've just gotten dismissed, and they've never been heard on the merits or anything. So things are progressing. There's a lot going on, and people need to get up to speed. But the main focus of this is going to be specifically for the Republicans who are in office, for them to understand that they need to do something about this. So.
Are you going to send out a flyer so we can start sending it out to our
I
listeners?
guess I'm going to talk to Dan about it. I mean,
Email us something.
yeah, I mean, something will be put together though. So I just wanted to give you a little heads up about it.
You know, in the 08 cycle, Kennedy, as far as I know, only had Jerome Corsi on once. We should be getting group email to Sean Hannity saying you should be having Jerome Kersey on regularly and often, maybe like once a week.
Well, there's problems with these mainstream guys. I mean, even the people who we identify with, they're afraid to go near this issue as well. So hopefully it'll break through soon.
Well, Jerome Kersey had a lot of other issues, you know, including, you know, his connection to ACORN, his
Yeah, there's no answer. I just wanted, like I said, just briefly tell you, just to give you a heads up that on April 3rd, there's going to be a presentation. Jared Corsi is going to do the presentation at the Masonic Lodge, and we'll get you more information about that.
Thank you.
For anybody who doesn't know me, my name is Denise, and I'm with Americans for Liberty. I have the distinct honor tonight of introducing two of our speakers.